Hello, GMA. I'm Celine McArthur, your Slopeside storyteller here at the Omni Mount Washington Resort and Spa in New Hampshire, also home to our Bretton Woods ski area right across the street. I'm here to show you what makes this resort a state and national treasure.
These doors first opened to guests on July 28, 1902. This postcard, sent by one of the very first. To give you some perspective, we're in Bretton Woods, in the heart of New Hampshire's White Mountains. The resort is famous for its iconic white facade and red roof, and of course, Mount Washington behind. It's the tallest peak in the Northeast at 6,288 feet and one of the legendary 48. There are 48 peaks in New Hampshire over 4,000 feet, a magnet for hikers and climbers from around the world. If you prefer fairways, our award-winning Donald Ross-designed Mount Washington course has been a golfer's dream since 1915. Lush and vibrant in summer and pure magic when the fall colors arrive. Come winter, Bretton Woods transforms into the largest ski area in New Hampshire with more than 460 acres of alpine adventure. Ranked number 1 in the East for snow and grooming by Ski Magazine for 2025. And for cross-country fans?
We have just tremendous trails of all different kinds in the woods, in the open, around our rivers, all of that. But we also have the amazing White Mountains behind you, so you have this incredible set of views that you get to experience while you're skiing here.
When he's not teaching on snow, Dr. Doug Arion guides guests through the galaxy. Our Nordic instructor is also an astrophysicist and your gateway to the stars with his guest lecture and stargazing series, Mountains of Stars. Turns out, this is rare sky in northern New Hampshire.
If you come out here in the evening and you look up, you can actually see the stars, something that, believe it or not, 90% of the world's population doesn't get to do. And probably where you're from, you have a pretty low chance of seeing the Milky Way overhead. But we get to see that here.
From stargazing to stepping back in time under this iconic red roof, this resort's history runs just as deep as its skies are wide. The Cave, a real Prohibition-era speakeasy carved into stone and once hidden from authorities.
Because of our proximity to Canada, we are really only an hour away from Canada's closest point, where there was no prohibition, so it was easy to get good Canadian whiskey. And legend has it that during Prohibition, they would post a lookout on the road coming in, and all of the guests of the hotel would be sitting around here around the edges of the hotel, drinking Canadian whiskey from tea service. The waiters and the bartenders were dressed in squash clothes. So if word went out that the man was coming, the feds are on their way, everybody dumped their alcohol. The waiters and the bartenders poured tea, and then literally started a squash game. And so when the G-men came in, all they saw was people sitting around drinking tea, watching a squash game.
Just upstairs, the Gold Room is where the final Articles of Agreement were signed during the 1944 Bretton Woods Monetary Conference, establishing the International Monetary Fund, World Bank, the gold standard, and post-war global economic stability.
Something so significant, so important happened where you're standing.
It is not lost on me. Every time I step in this room and I realize I'm standing in history.
That table came from Carolyn Stickney's private dining room. Her husband, Joseph, built a hotel.
It was moved in here for the monetary conference, symbolically for the 14 nations that signed the agreement.
Even the chandelier was modified to run on gas, just in case the power failed during the signing. And just down the hall and up a flight of stairs, a tribute to people behind the history. Behind the scenes, beyond what guests ever see, is a quiet hall with a powerful story. This is where employees began signing their names and years of service, a living tribute to the people who built and continue to build this resort's legacy from 1902 to today.
What a treasure. Thank God they preserved this.
That is just a taste of what makes this place special. You can learn more by going to our Bretton Woods YouTube channel and looking for the playlist called Celine's Slopeside Spotlights. And we'll see you here.